Hello guys, how are you guys? Today I'm going to be teaching you guys C++, which is COS1512 and COS1511 at University of South Africa, and then also if you are at University of Pretoria is COS132 and COS1110. So guys, we're going to end University of Pretoria. They don't use the code block, they use like Ubuntu, but at UNISA you are using code block. At University of Pretoria, those guys, they're using Linux, so you have to write a compile G++ static, and then you compile your code. It's very simple. It's the same process. So what you have to do, guys, I'm gonna first close this here. The first thing that you must do when you start, you must have a code block, and then when you have your code block with you, you can come and create a file here. You create an empty file. So when you create an empty file, you will see that is written util1. So we have to change that name so that we can be able to compile our code. You can come this side, say file as, I'm gonna say live stream live.cpp. every time when I say live, the name live that I use there is the name that I'm giving it as myself. So you can use yours. You can be practical 1, practical 2, practical on Monday. It depends on what name you are using, and you can even use your name. So I'm going to call it live.cpp. I'm gonna, at the end you must write .cpp, then I'm gonna click. So when you see it like this, now it have already like fine, so we can start programming. So we're going to program with C++ today. So I'm gonna start you guys from the beginning. I'm going to assume you guys who don't know anything. So we're going to first write hash include iostream. So when you write hash include iostream, we're gonna come to using namespace. You must get used to what I'm writing. Using namespace std, then we're gonna go to int main. After the int main, we'll put brackets. I prefer also to write return 0 here. Then I'm gonna be explaining step by step. So guys, this is the format that you must get used to. So when you write, this is a comment. If I write something to slashes, this is the comment. The comment means like the computer won't care about it. It won't take it. Like you can use comment to say, for example, this is a function. I say this is a main function, like that. This is what a header file. So hash include iostream, it's a header file. So when you say header file, it works with a processor. So when it works with a processor, this I here means input and O it means output. So using namespace, it works with the names, like there are names that are already been, I will say they are already been declared in C++, like cin and also cout. So it makes this word to work, and also end line. There are many of them, some of them. So without this using namespace, they won't work. The computer won't know them. But there is another way that you can do in order for cin and cout to be known. So when we come to this one, this is the function. It's a function. So when it's a function, this function here, it have a return type. Its return type is an int. Its return type is an int, and this int, it means integer. So integer is just a number. So the word main, the name main is the name of a function. This main there is a name of a function. Let me write it. Main is a name of a function. It's a name of a function. The name of a function, the main. And secondly, if you check, you have these brackets there. We call them parentheses, those brackets. So now you know that you have int main, which is a function. So you're gonna be creating, as time goes on, you will be creating your own functions. So today we're going to start by writing our simple simple program. So if I want to write the simple, I can comment there. I say simple program or simple starting code. Simple starting, it depends what you want to comment. Simple starting code. So code. So after that, we're going to use a cout. What does cout work? So cout it to display in a screen. As you're going to be a user, you're going to be writing in a screen, and you will be writing in a screen, and you will be also a user. You're going to be a programmer, and you're going to be a user at the same time. So we're just going to write a simple program which everybody loves. I don't know why all people who are doing computer science or who are programming, they love this word hello world, but I just know there's a guy, I think it's the first guy or who have to write this. So you can go around with the history, you can research about the history. We're going to just write hello world, we put a semicolon. So I'm gonna explain everything what I did here in cout. Cout means to display in a screen, and hello world here inside, whatever that you write in the double question mark, it does not matter whether it's your home language, whether it's anything that you are writing, it's a home language, whatever that it is, it will not have a problem with it. The computer won't have a problem with it. And when you end, you must put a semicolon, you must end with a semicolon. So we just successfully write our code. So if we run our program, you will see that it's gonna compile. If it have errors, it was going to show some red thing there, and then also some message it was going to view. Let me view for you if I can right now. It was going to view. Let's check if I have my view. Okay, let me just go straight here to view. What do I want to view? The logs. I want to view logs. Where are those logs? All right, tools bar. Okay, let me check here. Alright, it's fine. It's not really viewing for me. I'm supposed to be viewing logs, not editors. So we won't waste time with that. But for you guys, editors bar, what's that? Okay, we can't okay, we can't do that. Okay, I will fix it, guys. I will fix it later when I'm alone. I will fix it later when I'm alone. Welcome to this. Okay. So this one is gonna be, let's see if, what is it showing us? Just a script. Okay, I will fix it alone, but you will have a message this side when you build your code. If it have error, it will tell you the problems, that it have this problem and this problem. So we build, my code is fine, then we can run it. When we run it, this is gonna come here. You will see this is like a new screen. It will say hello world. So we just successfully started writing our first code. So now I can decide that I want to create a line. So let me show you something before we do that. So you will see that hello world and the process, they are very close to each other. I want to create an empty line. I can put the less there. This less actually, they mean intersection operator. They are called intersection operator. I will put end line. End line is to create a empty line, to create a line, a new line actually. So if when you make changes in your code, remember to build, and also again you run your code. So when you run your code, you will see now we have an empty space here, whereby we have hello world and there is an empty space. So now you have success. You can write anything, which means you can practice this code. Like you can be writing your, like you can write your name, anything. For example, I can say Peter Van Reisenberg. I will just say Peter Van Reisenberg or Van only. You see it's gonna print it Peter Van, or welcome to COS1511, or welcome to C++. Let me say welcome to C++, not COS1511. Welcome to C++. And guys, if you would love me to be live teaching mathematics and other modules, let me know in the comment section. I would love to read your comments. I would love to really read your comments, guys. So welcome to COS1511. So we can build it and run it. It's gonna run and it will tell us welcome to COS1511. So now what if we want to interact, write a program that asks a user to do something. Let's say we want to ask a user to enter a number. We just want him to enter your number or age. Let's use the word age. So we can write that program. We can ask a user, we say, I'm gonna delete this now. It's no longer simple. We are taking it a little bit further. We can say enter a number. Let's just stick on the number. Enter a number. A user will enter a number. Then when you enter a number, the user is going to type in the screen. So we're going to use cin. Cin is to capture in a screen what a user is typing in a screen. Then we have to write something. We can say num, meaning number. We put a semicolon. But what we write here in cin, the computer does not know this number. So this num, we have to declare it. There's something called declaration. So is this a number? It's going to be an integer. It's going to be a floating number. I'm gonna explain that, but for now let's say int number. Then when we int number like that, we're gonna put a semicolon. Then this is for declaration. I'm gonna write as declaration. This is our declaration. So we have something called data type. What are the data types? The first one you know is an int, which stands for integer, and integer they're just a number. And we have float. Float is for the decimal. I will just say decimal numbers. Decimal numbers, they can be 0, 1 like that. This is a decimal number. And we have double. Double is also for decimal number. It's for decimal number, but at the end maybe it can be 0, it can be 32 like that, or it can be 10.55. I normally use it when I'm dealing with questions based on money for float, for double, but if you can also stick on float. So we have a string. These are data types. Remember, string is to work with characters. We mean words. Words, it can be, I want to write a program that asks a user to enter the name. We can use a string. So we also have a char. So char is also about the characters, but the difference between char and the string is that this one, if you just use char as it is gonna take only one letter. So we can control it how many letters to take. That's the difference between char. So char, this one is a string. This one, it works with actually when you work with strings, you're going to use double quotation mark, and for char you will be working with single quotation mark like this. So you will see when we do our code. And then let me see, we also have another one which people don't really take it seriously, but it's called bool. Bool is also a data type. It's all about true and false. All about true and false. Which one can we add again? There are many of them that we can add, but these ones that I just wrote today, they're just the basics one that you're gonna be using the most. They are float, short, double, short, long. There are many of them. That you can use. So I'm gonna erase them and we do our code. So our code here is just to ask a user to enter a number, then we declare it. So a declaration, when you say number, is like, I'm gonna explain in this form, it's like you are creating a folder. In that folder you're saying whatever that is going to be entered in there is going to be an integer. So that anything that enter that box, our folder, is going to be an integer. And if it's not an integer, we are going to force it, we are going to change it to be an integer, we are going to convert it. I'm just saying like that. I think that's a very good explanation of what is the meaning of the declaration. So guys, if you would love to attend my class, I'm teaching every day, you can WhatsApp me at 072-3373-640, 072-3373-640. I will try to put them in the description below, even though I didn't write them now. I will re-edit it to write the description, but let me just write my cell phone number here. 072 WhatsApp is 072-3373-640. You can just take note, you can just pause the video, you take this number, you WhatsApp me, and then I will teach you, and you're gonna learn a lot with me. So let's proceed with, or let me just put them as a comment, my WhatsApp number, let's just put them as a comment here on top. Yes, there they are as a WhatsApp number. Yes, okay. So now we're gonna run our code. When we run our code, if there are problems, it's going to tell us. If there are no problems, then we'll run it. It's going to ask, it's asking me enter a number. I can enter 19, 18. Then the program stops. That's what we did. So I can show a user that I've captured this number. I can use a cout. I can say cout. I can say you entered, for example. I will put double quotation because now we have declared the number. The computer now knows this number. We can just say UMM. You don't have to write it inside the double quotation mark. Then if you want to put end line, you can have your end line, or you can just put a semicolon. So but I already just added the end line. So I'm gonna build my code because I made changes in my code. Then I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna write 12, enter number 12. You entered 12. Now it's telling you what you do. You entered 12. What if we want to write a code whereby this code that we want to write, we want to ask a user to enter the number and age. Enter your age. When you are programming, remember, or when you're answering this question, they won't really tell you that the question won't be specific that it's an integer. But if it asks you to write a program that asks a user to enter the age, you must remember that okay, an age is an integer, because you cannot say I'm 21.5. So enter your age. We are changing this code now. Enter your age. When you enter your age, there it's gonna, we can even be nice with we write age so that it can be seen that okay, we're working with an age. So now we're gonna say okay, you are years old. You are 21. We can alt add 21. It's gonna say you are 21. We can add years here. We put double quotation mark. We say years. Then we put like that. We just added because the computer does know years old. That's why I put it in the double quotation mark. So let's build our code and run our code and see what will now. That's nice. That's what I'm loving now. It's telling me that I have a problem. What is the problem? So you will see that I'm working with what? With age. The computer does not know this number, so we have to write age there. So that's why it's complaining. It gave me the red there. So I'm gonna build it again. Now we don't have a problems. Then I'm gonna just say I'm 21 and your age is 21. You are 21 years old. You see, so that's how it works with C++. But it goes deeper than more than this. It goes more and more deeper. So now we're gonna do some challenge. Okay, you are 21 years old. What if we are writing a code because of we want to know, we want to employ those people, we want to employ them? So we have something called an if statement. So before I even go, guys, let me explain something here. When I say age, this is my variable. So normally many tutors, they don't really explain about this variables. There are rules that you must follow when you write a variable. Your variable must not start with a number. You must remember that. You must not start with a number. And secondly, your variables, don't write separate, don't write two names or two names, let's say word, don't write two words, separate. Separate. When I say that, like you say, for example, you say starting, then you say number, like that. You call it your variable, don't write that. You can add them with a, you can say start number, like that. You put an underscore number. And then the other one, okay, the starting with a number, do not like you can also put your, it can be have a capital letter, and the variables, they must be, they are very sensitive, they are very case sensitive. When I say case sensitive, you can say master, ne, when you're writing a variable. Then when you say capital letter master, they are no longer the same. So they are very case sensitive. Those are things that you must know about the variables. As to those who want to join the class, my WhatsApp number is 072-3373-640. So now we might want to write a code whereby we want to ask a user to enter the age, and we want to tell the user if he's in high school or not. So if age, we can use an if statement. You put a brace, you say age is greater than or equals to 5. Let's say 5 is gonna say school. Let's say greater than or equals to high school. Okay, greater than or equals to 10. Let's say 10. Is it 10? Yeah, let's just assume it's 10. Then we can say to a user, see out you are in high school, or else. So I'm gonna teach you guys more about the if and the else statement. Else, what must happen? See out I will just say you are young, you still young. You see, I'm not even using end line now. And the other way you can use end line, if I want to put end line, I can just use /n. It means end line. I can even put, but when you use /n, it must be inside the double quotation mark /n, like that. It still means end line. So we can build our code and run it. So let's assume that I'm 10 years old. Okay, you are in high school. What if I'm below 10 years old? Let's see what will happen when we say we are below 10 years old. Maybe I'm 7. It's gonna you still young. So you see, this is how we work with programming, guys. If you would love to join my class, guys, I'm going to end here today. 072-3373-640. I want to do something, guys. Okay, I have some student that I have to attend. You can just WhatsApp me, guys. I'm gonna be waiting for you for your WhatsApp, and then you join. I teach you guys C++. I also teach C++, and then Python. I love Python too, and then also Java and JavaScript, and then also let me say all programming language, but there are some programming language that I'm not helping with. And then I also love Qt. If you know Qt, I love this one, Qt. When we're working with creating a software, that's where I am spending much of my time these days, creating software, especially for those who are final second year. We're doing course 2614. I'm gonna create a lot of videos this year for course 2614 students. So guys, you can just WhatsApp me. I will catch you guys in the next section, and I will be waiting for your WhatsApp. Thank you, guys.